If you know you need a website, but you've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed about how to go about doing it, you're in the right place, because I'm going to share my top tips in this video about how you can get your website up and going even in as fast as a weekend. For the best advice on how to create a magnetic brand and a business that can fuel your dreams, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notified every Tuesday when I release a new video. Websites are totally my jam. Over the years, I've helped hundreds of people to create amazing, gorgeous websites that help grow their businesses. And I know what works and what doesn't and is totally a waste of time. So let's talk about what really works and will help get you set up on the right foot. The most important part of creating a website quickly is starting with a plan. And so I've made that really easy for you. You can download my free website planner at the link below, and that's going to walk you through a series of questions that are going to really help you dial in and walk into creating your website really prepared. So if you want to go through it with me now, you can go ahead and pause the video and come back, or we can just keep moving forward and you can take notes as we go. My first tip in getting your website going is that even though your homepage is the first place that people will see when they come to your website, it's not necessarily the first place you want to start planning and working on things, because there's a lot of key decisions that come into your homepage. And instead, if you spend time moving backwards, as I'll show you, it'll make the homepage a lot easier. To get started, let's look at all the products and services that you offer in your business. Go ahead and note those down and be sure to itemize if you have certain product categories that you can categorize things in. For example, if you have more than 5 products, then you probably need to be grouping things into product categories. Or if you have more than 5 services, you'd want to look at doing the same thing as well. A lot of times the reasons why we get stuck on building a website is because we have so many things that we want to offer and so many things we want to talk about. But to really dial it in and say what are the 3 to 5 most important categories of these services or products, and focusing on that can really help make a difference. So for example, if you're a coach and you offer different, all sorts of different products and services, then you might want to try these kind of 3 groupings. The first would be your DIY products and programs. The second would be any group programs or group coaching opportunities. And the third would be any private coaching opportunities with you. Maybe you would also want a 4th category for any events and retreats, but you can see how you can lump things into those categories, and it makes it much easier for someone to navigate through all of the amazing things you offer and make a decision about how they want to work with you. So depending on the type of website that you're building, all of that content could potentially go on your Work With Me page if you are offering services. If you are offering more of a product line, then all of those products would go inside your website's shopping cart. Now, before we go on, let me know in the comments if you've ever built a website before. I'd love to hear if this is your first go around or if you're building another one again. It can be a wild west to figure it out, and I'd love to hear where you're at in the process. The next piece of your website that we want to figure out is your About page. And so this is the content that should be about who you are, what you do, and why it matters to them. Now, the big secret around creating a really strong, compelling About page is to make it less about you and more about the people that you're trying to serve. So talking about the key problems that you know that they have, that you really love to help them solve and make a difference in their life with. So jotting down those kinds of answers to those questions can make a big difference in you creating a really compelling About page. It also helps people to really establish that know, like, and trust factor with you by getting to know you a little bit better and seeing how you and what you offer can show up and serve them in their lives. Now for the grand finale, let's map out what content should go on your homepage. With your homepage content, you're really looking at, of all of the products and services that you offer, what is the number one most important thing that you would want somebody to purchase or to work with you with? And this is usually the thing that you know you can make the biggest difference in their life with, or the thing that you love offering the most. It can also be the thing that you know will really solve their problem mostly. So you never want to make that decision based off of price alone. A lot of people make that mistake because they think, well, I'm just going to talk about the cheapest product first, and hopefully if they like the cheapest product, they'll want to work with me on another level, but that's not always the case. And so like shoot for the stars or shoot for the moon and hit the stars, right? And so that your people who are coming to your website are seeing that most important offer first, and they have the highest chance of solving their problem most effectively. So look at your products and services sheet that you were just filling out and see, of all of these things, if I had to choose one, which one would I focus on? And that needs to be connected on your homepage. Whether you have a button leading directly to more information about that piece, or you're teasing it on the homepage with showing a little bit of a photo or talking about it a little bit, but you want to make sure that that's a focus. The next most important pieces to include on your homepage is a way for people to join your list in your tribe. So for your list, that could be offering something free on your website that they can download and then join your email list. It can also look like, if you have a free Facebook group, allowing people to find that link really quickly on your homepage and join your tribe there. Typically it takes multiple touches for someone to choose to work with you, and so having the opportunity to have them be a part of your list right away from coming to your homepage will help you continue to nurture them and take care of them, so that then they will come back and purchase from you later, hopefully. With those questions answered, now you're ready to start building your website, even in as fast of a timeline as a weekend. Now, the big things that I see holding people back from not building a website in the weekend is overthinking everything and trying to make it perfect before they actually get something out there and live. And I will tell you that creating a website and putting yourself and your business out there is a vulnerable thing. And so you're going to have a lot of negative emotion or insurity come out. You might feel a little bit nervous, and you can't let that drive this decision. And so the faster that you just push through, get a website up and have it live online, telling yourself you can always go back to refine it, the better, because that major hurdle, once it's crossed, everything else gets so much easier with growing your business and your brand online. So that's why I highly recommend, if you're up for the challenge of growing and building your website in a weekend, do it, because it will save you so much stress, and you'll end up saving a lot of time and money and energy that would have been potentially wasted otherwise. So if you're building your website in a weekend or launching it really quickly, like I'm saying, you may want to do a soft launch of announcing your website, just letting the people who need to know about it, or telling people on social media that more good things are coming, so watch this space. But you don't want to let it trip you up to not get that website out there. So even launching it soft, coming back, refining it, perfecting it as you get going, it will help so much in just you getting your website out there so it can start helping you actually build your business. Your website can't do anything for building your business when it's not launched. So get it live as quickly as possible and you'll be good to go. The next biggest hurdle in getting a website launched in a weekend is feeling really nervous and unsure about what platform you should build your website on. Now, I have another video coming up really soon about all of my personal opinions on the best website platforms that are out there. And I will tell you that there are a lot of options, and I have found over the years that my favorite is a brand called Wovoto. So I have a link down below for you to learn more about Wovoto. It's an amazing all-in-one platform where you can not only build your website, but you can also host your email platform. So you can send out all your newsletters and email correspondence. You can build your funnels on their platform and host your shopping cart, do event registration. I mean, everything. They've got it on that platform, all in one easy place in a very user-friendly format. So it's the reason why my company has chosen to put our beautiful premium designs onto their platform, which makes it really easy for you to be able to have a very custom couture look for your website without having to invest in custom branding. All right, so here is a quick preview of how I would go about building a website in a weekend using Wovoto. Now, to get started with building your website, you'll want to go to wovoto.com. This is my absolute favorite platform, largely because of so many amazing things that they include with their membership. So to get a peek at what they offer, you can check out their features as well as their pricing. You'll find it's insanely affordable, especially for all of the amazing features they offer. In a nutshell, though, you can just see that basically if you just have one monthly subscription and it can do all of the things. So this means you don't have to have a monthly subscription to all sorts of different places to run your online business. You have this one subscription that works for your website as well as all the other pieces and gives you everything you need. So to get going, you'll just click this Getting Started button in here or in the header, and then you'll get to enter the Quick Builder. So what you'll choose is you want to build a website, and then you have two options. You can either choose a customized template, which is the standard free options, which are gorgeous. My agency designed or took one of our premium templates and we made it the standard design for Wovoto. But then we also offer through Wovoto our premium templates. So if you want to take a peek at those, then you can just click there and you can see all of our gorgeous templates. You can click the preview button to see a live preview of what it looks like, and you can click around and get a feel for it. But these are the current options that are available, and there are always more coming out. So this is a great resource for if you want more of a couture or specialized look to your site, then these are really affordable and a great place to start. That being said, what I'm going to show you today is all with the free options. So you'll choose the customized template and click next. And then you'll choose which type of website you're building. So for our example purposes, we'll just choose personal. And then you'll pick any of the options below for what you're going to be using your site for. So if you're going to be selling products and services, maybe you want to have a blog and you want to run some sales funnels. Then you'll hit next. Here's where it gets really fun. Now you can choose a visual theme for your website. Now this is what determines the look and feel of the actual website pages, including the colors, the fonts, and the stock photography that's used. So it basically gives you a predetermined style, which is really fun. So you can take a peek at your different style options by clicking on the little eyeball icon up here in the corner of each of them. And if you wanted to preview, let's say desert, I've preloaded this. What it would show you is this beautiful version of what the desert theme might look like. So already, if you find a visual theme that's pretty close to your style and could work for your business, you are 90% there, which is going to save you so much time and energy. If it's not exactly there, then you'll be able to customize all of the photos, including the background photos, and even the colors and fonts and everything else as you get going. So I'll show you that next. So let's go ahead and let's choose botanical. And then let's hit next. And you can change the visual theme later, so I'll just choose botanical and I'll show you where we switch it. Now you have the opportunity to be able to upload your logo right into the demo site. And so you can click to load your logo there and then hit next to continue. And now it is loading your site based off of everything that you chose. So this is just a preview of what it could be, and then to actually edit any of the text or anything else, then you'll click Start Editing. So we're just going to give it one little minute more to process, and then you're going to see it here in just a second, and it is so beautiful. Now you can see a preview of what your style of your website could actually look like. So since we chose botanical, then you'll see all these gorgeous photos in the background that have that botanical vibe. And this is a big piece of what's going to make it so possible for you to be able to get a website up in a weekend that is beautiful. Because if you find a visual theme here that's really close to the style that you need, it's going to minimize the amount of photos that you're going to have to find and figure out to get your site looking exactly how you want it. So if for some reason you didn't love the visual theme of botanical and you wanted to try something else, lucky for you, you just click here and it shows you all of those great visual theme options again, and you can try another one. So we'll show you what global looks like, and you'll see it is a dramatic difference, right? So here's all of these images. Now that's not to say that once you get into your site, you can't edit it. You can absolutely edit every single piece of this. The goal though is to just get started faster by having as much of the style and imagery looking really good as possible. If it can't be exact and you're going to have to change it all, it's still going to save you time because the layout is really strong and fabulous. So you'll go through and you can choose which visual theme that you would like. And let's say that you wanted to try the bohemian option. I'm going to show you how you can now take a peek and change your fonts and colors right here from the get-go and play around with it and see what you like best. So you'll see right now that you've got this blue kind of button style, and you've got a serif font as the header styles right here. And then let's check out the navigation menu. That's also a place where the style shows up. So you've got this sans serif style. So now if we want to change any of those colors or fonts, then we can go ahead and do so now by browsing through here and selecting a different option. So for example, maybe we want to try this orangey blush kind of color. Let's apply this to the template, and now you'll see all the social media icons are that color now. Your buttons have changed, the font styles have changed, and you can try it out and see just what do you like. And you can play around with this as much as you desire. And then when you're ready to start building your website, then all you have to do is just hit that start editing button. And then that's what will allow you to actually start to edit your text and change out any photos that you would like to do. Now from here, you can also play around with what kind of pages you want. You can change the names of these pages later on, and you can have as many of them as you want or as few as you want. But this just is a good way for you to have a preview of what it could look like, and then know that you'll have full creative control, as well as the ability for these quick style changes through the visual themes and the brand board once you start editing later as well. So you hit start editing, and then that's going to take you to the option where you're going to be able to get your 14-day free trial started with Wovoto, which is totally long enough to get your website done in a weekend. And then before you'll take it live, then you'll just need to choose from one of their hosting plans and get started that way. But it's a really powerful tool to just get yourself as close as possible to exactly what you want your site to look like and have it styled really professionally. So I'm excited for you to try this out. I would love to hear in the comments how it goes. Please definitely let me know. And meanwhile, know that I am cheering you on to get your website done as quickly as possible, hopefully within a weekend, because I assure you, especially if you've never had a website done, the faster you push through and get this done, the easier it's going to be. The more time you take and the more you try to do it really perfectly, the more frustrating it's going to be, and the longer it's going to take for your website to actually get live and to then be able to start helping you grow your business. Far too many entrepreneurs get really stuck in this phase, and you have to keep the perspective that your website is a tool and it can only help you when it's actually live. So get it live quickly, and then always tell yourself you can go back in and fine tune and refine it later, but at least get it live, and know that I'm cheering you on the whole way to be able to do that. Now be sure to download my free website planner so you can get going through all of the planning phase of your website and be set up for success. And then you can click that free trial button down below to try Wovoto and build your website in a weekend and see what you think. So ring the bell, and be sure you're a part of the Soul Branding and Business Facebook group, where you can dive in deeper with us and receive the support and inspiration you need to take your dream further.